That is why we had to call in the vets who came to do surgeries to fix the rectum. And I say several surgeries because after one surgery had been done and she tries to go to the toilet, the stitches would come out. And so another one and another one had to be done. But after 6 months, there was some hope and some improvement. She started to increase her milk intake and also started to get the stools out properly. At the moment, she's now feeding on vegetation, which means all is good. We just have to give her time and wait to see the great development on the general body size so that she can grow to the normal size in relation to her age. She spends the day out in the park from 6 in the morning. She's got 2 different keepers every day, and they bring her back for bed in a stockade for the night because the park has got lots of other wild animals, including big cats. That's why she has to be protected by spending the night in a stockade. And that will happen until the time she will let us know that she's ready to go back into the wild. She will let us know by deciding not to come back home in the evening, wanting to spend the night in the park. And that will be the beginning of her introduction back into the wild. A baby black rhino by the name Raha, approximately over 1 year old, and rescued from Opejita Kusalas. Our second rhino is called Maxwell. And Maxwell is about 18 years old. He's also a black rhino and he's blind. Maxwell was rescued from Nairobi National Park, about blind, rejected by the mother because he was blind at 3 months. And that's why we rescued him. And when he came in, we tried to fix his eyes with a surgery so that we can set him free back into the world. When he came did a surgery on one of his eyes, but that surgery was successful. And later on, with the different eye specialists,
you touched it?
and the use of the ultrasound machine,
You wanna touch it?
Maxwell was found to be genetic blindness. He does not have an optic nerve. That means he can only fix with an operation, and so he cannot go back into the world. And he can't go back because black rhinos are very solitary and territorial. If he goes out, he'll need to fight for his territory. But he can't see the opponent, so he's totally disadvantaged. The others will easily fight and kill him, but they're fighting for territory. And that's why we decided to stay with him for his life. Approximately 35-40 years was the last one of black rhino. He's only 18 years for the moment. We've constructed a bigger stockade for him and provided everything in his stockade.
Say, look at the baby elephant. Come here.
He knows where his vegetation
They're coming, look.
His stockade has got different petitions. He knows where all the
Come over
openings are.
here.
And from
Come
the
see
fact
them.
that
See
they're
over there?
solitary in nature, he's comfortable being
Look
alone.
over there. To your left.
We don't allow the public to get close to
see
his
them?
stockade. There's a lot of noise
Yeah.
nervous and wild.
They're
all the
coming
time,
to
which is not
feed.
good for him. So that is the main reason why we are not able to see Maxwell today. That is all about the rhinos. I will allow you some free time to enjoy see the elephants getting the milk. And after the bottles, I will talk about the elephants one by one. But if you've got any questions about the rhinos, you are free to ask.
Give me my milk.
It's true. And you'll not be giving more and extra money for feeding. Same damn thing. Yeah. With all that you have done, that's not fair. That's not fair.
Elephants time now, 22 in total. They'll be coming down into groups. This is the first group of 10. After some time, all the 10 will walk away so that we can get in another group of 12, slightly older than what you can see now. All these babies have got names. And we named them after the place that we rescued them, for reasons that have caused them to be left orphans. And that's how we can easily tell them apart. And we mentioned the names one by one, plus their approximate age. And I say approximate because we were really not there when they were born, and so we could not tell the exact age. But the number of things that we look at to give our approximation. Since most of the community is living young, it is very easy to tell. And that is why the difference between the real age and our approximated age is very minor. Maybe a month or two might be the difference. If there is any. I will start with the elephant on my left. Her name is Talik. She's about 15 months. She was rescued from the Masai Mara along the Talik River. She was found in a company of bull elephants that were taking good care of her. But because she was still young, bulls don't have milk and she needed milk, which meant that she could not have survived. And that's why you rescued her. Taroha, who is and Taroha was rescued from Saba West National Park. Just found lying down alone, all alone within the park at the age of about 6 months. And that's why we rescued Taroha, who is now rolling down in the mud. At the age of the waterhole is Olomunya, who is about a year old. And Olomunya happens to be the latest arrival in the nursery, having been rescued from the Masai Mara. Found in the company of one bull elephant that was protecting him from being attacked by the lions. Actually, Olomunya was named after the word, the lucky one in the Masai, because he was very lucky to have been found still alive. And he was very lucky to have come across this bull who was protecting him. And that's why he's still alive. Far end corner is Muzinga. Muzinga is about almost 2 years, having been rescued from Savo East National Park. Found all alone on the road within the park in Savo East, while at the age of about 4 months, which is not normal and also not safe. Not safe because she could not have defended herself in case of any attack. Not normal because female elephants are very protective of the young ones. They don't have very strong maternal instinct. They don't leave the babies anyhow. So finding a 4-month-old baby elephant all alone meant that most likely the mother was not alive. And that's why we rescued him. Along the line is Camille, 3 years old, rescued from Savo East National Park, found collapsed on the ground all alone. Thin and weak and skinny, dehydrated and emaciated, looking like a skeleton. And I say this because she only had skin and bone left on her when she came in, for having stayed for a long time without food and without water. And that's why we rescued Camille. Next the post is Nyambeni, who is almost 2 years, holding a branch in the mouth, having been rescued from Imeni Forest, which is found in Meru. Identified by some villagers who happened to be in this forest and came across a 3-month-old baby elephant stuck in a ditch within the forest. And that's why we were conducted to have rescued Nyambeni. Smallest in size happens to be the youngest, an elephant by the name of Mugogodo. She's only 1 year old, but too small for 1 year. She was rescued from Mugogodo Forest, which is found in Ethiopia. She was found with 2 injuries on her back, which are believed to have been caused by a machete, which means she was separated from her family by human beings, and so she's victim of human-wildlife conflict. Behind Mugogoro is biggest in size, Latika, 3 years old, also well known as the elephant with the shortest trunk in the nursery. Latika just has a very short trunk in relation to her age. The Latika was rescued from Savo Conservation Area. She was found trapped in a snare all around her neck, and that's why you rescue her. A snare is a wild thing. Being around the neck will kill the animal instantly. If one struggles to get out of the snare becomes very tight and will suffocate them within a very short period. Latika was lucky to have been found alive, and that's why we rescued her. Right in the middle here is Shuja, who is 2 years old. And Shuja was rescued from the Saba conservation area. Shuja was found stuck in the mud in a drying water hole due to the drought. And that's why we rescued Shuja. We do have Kirio at the far end on my right, who is almost 3 years. And Kirio was rescued from Kirio Valley, which is found within the Rift Valley. Being specific, West Pokot. Kirio was identified by the keepers just lying down by the rangers, just lying down all alone. And the rangers tried to look for her mother without success. And that's why we were conducted to help rescue her. When she came in the nursery, is when we discovered that both her hind legs were paralyzed. She could not make any step. She was only dragging both the hind legs on the ground. We could not tell what had caused the paralysis. And so we had to give her some time, doing a lot of massage every day. And after a few months, she started to improve and started to make some little steps. Since then until now, she's getting stronger every day. That makes a total of 10 elephants in the first group in a few minutes, so the 10 will walk away. We will get in another group of 12, slightly older than what you can see here. Generally, different reasons, of course, for the babies to be left orphans. But human-wildlife conflict is the first major reason that has caused most of them to be left orphans. Human-wildlife conflict is a big problem in our country. This is a problem because the reason is an increase in the population of human beings compared to the space or size of land. And this has caused human beings to occupy areas that originally belonged to wild animals, causing conflicts every now and then between the two. That is why migratory routes of wild animals are no longer existing. These areas have been occupied by human beings, and people are doing lots of developments along these areas. Constructions of houses and roads and shopping centers, and still farming taking place within these areas. And if the animals want to move from one park to the other, in search for greener pasture and water, using their old routes, they find these areas already occupied by human beings. And the owners of the developments will want to chase them, fight them away. During that process of running up and down, sometimes the mother might end up being killed and the baby left alone. Or sometimes the baby and the mother are separated from one another, and nobody knows where the other one went. Later on, if the baby is found, nobody knows where the mother is. We are conducted and have to fly out immediately to go and help rescue them from wherever part of the country that will have benefited. So that is why human-wildlife conflict is the first major reason that has caused most of the babies to be left orphans and therefore brought to the rescue. Ivory poaching is another reason that has caused a few of them to be left orphans. And I say a few of them because for the last few years, the trend of poaching in Kenya has dropped, which is a good sign, which we hope and believe that the drop continues until there will be no more poaching in the long run. But unfortunately, a few of them came in because the mothers were killed and the tusks were taken off them. I say unfortunately because the act of poaching is being perfected by human beings. And yet it is our role as human beings to care and protect these animals. As human beings, we fail in our role by causing them to be left orphans just because we are interested in the ivory. And an elephant ivory adds value to human life. And so that is why I'd like to add all of you are here today to help stop poaching. You can help stop poaching if you want. This is right from your home and right from your country. And I say this because the end products from ivory are being sold from all over the world. So right from your home, you can help make a change by ensuring that you don't buy anything that comes from ivory or right home. By ensuring that you spread the word on your friends, the relatives, the police,
So I said they should
not to
bottom
buy
it
anything that
like they
comes
want to
from
make
ivory
it
or
later.
from the right home.
So
We
when I
all
call
did that
and I want
right
to
from
see
the comfort of our homes.
I saw for them not to have
Eh?
it and get here. I'm not sure that airport is locked. They can't go back.
How does it feel, rough?
Why they'll be stranded? So I said they should open it up. Whatever the information is, we communicate to them. So that's what I tried to post to them. One, why these two are not telling me about this development? And MBS didn't tell me that they are using
Some of the babies were found falling down wells.
and I'm calling PSS was not picking up his call.
Washed down the rivers during the heavy rainfalls.
No, I don't know what
The mothers were not yet to help rescue them.
You
Very
can't
few of them are
definitely
orphans
they
from
can't come
natural
again to
reasons,
see
but
that
natural reasons need. Mothers have died from old
No,
age.
they were complaining before that they won't be flights, there's no flights for them coming today. I said they should come by help in Parliament to
Their
come.
reasons for being orphans and human related to one or the other. And that is why it is important that as human beings we have to come in and make sure that we give them a second chance to survive back into the world. Otherwise, with all them being identified and being rescued, it means that all the victims here now would have died. Which means the population of elephants will be going down every now and then, and in a very near future, we will end up having lost all these animals. In addition to taking care of the baby elephants and rhinos, the Sheldrick WildLife Trust has got other projects that they undertake. For example, we do have mobile veterinary units. And these mobile veterinary units will go around the parks looking for naturally injured animals, treating them, and just setting them free to continue their own natural life. This is not necessarily on elephants and rhinos alone. It is with any other wild animals that have been found out there with any health problems. Once identified, we are conducted. Mobile veterinary unit will either fly or drive to the scene to go and help treat the injured animals and immediately set them free to continue their own natural life. We also have anti-poaching teams. And these teams are mostly based in South Africa. We go around the parks looking for snares and snares. The snares are the traps that are set in the parks, especially by the poachers, and sometimes by the communities neighboring these areas, to get hold of these other tiny animals for game meat or for skin. And so anti-poaching teams will make sure that they put off all the snares from the parks. They'll also help drive away the people that are buying chaff in the park to ensure that the park is kept free and safe for all wild animals. Our anti-poaching teams will also work together with our P9 unit, whereby in case the signs of poachers identified, our sniffer dogs will assist and make sure that the poachers are caught in the long run. Our anti-poaching teams will work together with our aerial surveillance, whereby we do have the planes that will fly in the air, patrolling along the conservation areas. In case there are any illegalities that are taking place within these areas, then our area surveillance will be able to notify the Kenya Wildlife Service Rangers and our teams on the ground will make a follow-up, find out what is happening and help correct the illegality. And lastly, we do have a community project. Our community project is based within Sava Conservation Area. They'll go around the communities that are able to pack and reserve, giving them education on how to coexist and stay together peacefully, helping one another. The same community project will go around the schools that are able to pack and reserve and giving education to children. When the children are still down in school, they need to learn that all animals are important and all animals have the right to life. These animals should not be killed just because somebody is interested in the ivory, in the skin, or in the meat. The areas where all animals live should be protected. It means people should stop cutting trees and instead should plant more to preserve all our forests and make sure that all other animals have got a place to feed and hide. We believe when the children are taught this and they're still young in school, they will be able to keep it in mind. When they fully grow, we will have made good use of this knowledge by showing that they have protected care for all other wild animals in general. So generally, those are all the other projects that are being undertaken by the Sheldrick WildLife Trust, which is working together with the Kenya Wildlife Service to ensure that all animals are safe in the parks. Sick ones have been treated and safely, orphans have been rescued, nails have been put on, communities and school children have been educated, and the parks are safe for all wild animals. As we wait for the next group to join, if there are any questions from any direction, you are free to ask. You just raise up your hand and shout your question, one at a time, if there is any, please.